All right, everyone. Welcome to this daily Sidereal Astrology forecast. This is for Tuesday, November 14th, 2017. And this video is for Sidereal Astrology. If you are new to the channel, definitely check out the link down below. We're using the actual size of the constellations, which is different from mainstream astrology, so the signs will be different. All right, so today, almost nothing going on astrologically. I mean, there's no aspects taking place for most of the day, late in the evening, which we'll talk about. But of course, there are placements, right? The moon is in Virgo here today. The sun's still in Libra. So we'll do sort of a sort of general energy. The moon in Virgo does symbolize the fact that we are coming up to a new moon on Saturday. And so we are in the ending phase of this current cycle. And this whole cycle did take place in Virgo. So when the moon comes back to the position of the last lunar cycle, in this case Virgo, it is about integrating these types of energies, sitting with them, re-examining them. And in the case of Virgo, this is about our analytical side, right? Improving things, fixing things, striving towards perfection, you know, whether it's through ourself, like our improvement or our work or our service or a day-to-day. So bringing this extra attention to maybe what we've learned the past 30 days roughly in regards to this energy can be great. And just sitting with it, listening to it, and creating some space, right? It's the ending phase, so excellent part of the week for creating some space so that new beginnings around the corner can flourish, right? Can sprout and take root. So let's go and look at this a bit more in detail and some of those other aspects here in just a minute. All right, so let's do a quick recap here. Yes, moon in Virgo. We could just be feeling this way today, again, with that analytical energy. This was likely the case yesterday as well. And so, again, seeing where we can develop. Self-improvement is great. Getting our routine in order is great. Re-examining this stuff. Our work, our service, things like this. And just integrating this bit of striving towards perfection. And again, realizing that things are never perfect. And we can let go of everything that is outside of our control, which is the Pisces influence to Virgo. But at the same time, we can put energy into what we do have in our control, which is essentially ourselves, our own personal environment, things like this. So with that, the new moon on Saturday will be in Libra, and so we're gearing up for that. It's a low energy phase though as we approach it. It is this meditative phase, this time of listening, taking what we learned this past lunar cycle. And yeah, the sun though, already still in Libra, does suggest this focus on cooperation, right? Really good time for examining relationships, focusing on them, particularly in the terms of, you know, what it takes in a relationship, like the give and take, others' needs, focusing on others' needs, and just that whole dynamic. And possibly even too bringing some balance into our life. You know, it is the scales we're talking about here. So seeing if there are any areas out of balance you can bring back into balance. Mercury is, of course, still transiting very deep Scorpio. So we could be still experiencing fears perhaps in regards to matters pertaining to communication or matters pertaining to our mind, how we think about things, our perspective on things. But it's all for the transformation, right? It's also that we can become more aware of really the deep truths of life and the deep truths of ourself, our relationships, the world, whatever it might be. So allow ourselves to go deep, I think, is great, and really you know, become more aware of the things that are normally hidden or we've hidden in life, that as we bring that conscious attention to it, helps us work with it. And that's what Mercury is all about, working with it. And we are talking about Virgo, right? Now, Mercury rules Virgo. So with all of this emphasis right now in terms of the analyzing and whatnot, this could very well be about, you know, where we can improve our spiritual beingness, our healing, our own transformation, break some patterns, some cycles, you know, things that are holding us back, some fears. And it really is an excellent week for that with the other astrology. But today, yes, a great day for that nonetheless. So here are the aspects. Like I said, no major aspects today. The lunar aspects in the evening time here. I think the strongest thing about the day will be the fact that we're coming off of a Mercury squaring up to Neptune. So if yesterday you did feel any uncertainty about what you were thinking about, or maybe that communication, deep stuff we're talking about, and it required a bit of detachment, letting go and surrendering, that's easing up here today. Less of that maybe cloudy energy or uncertain type of energy of not knowing how things are. Definitely lifting up, but it could still be an orb a bit today. And then, of course, too, yesterday we did have buoyant Jupiter over Venus. So that was about the expansion of relationships, maybe some hopefulness there. So a good day for integrating anything on that level here as well. So, so here are the aspects. I do recommend, again, if you are in the East, you do want to watch the previous day's video. If you're in Australia, New Zealand, for example, you know, on the 15th, you want to watch the 14th video. But for all of us, generally, especially those in the States, we'll be feeling this energy in the evening time here on the 14th, on Tuesday. Nothing major, though. I think it's just a good evening for learning. It's just an opening for that, maybe reading a book at night, communicating, sharing ideas with friends or family, things like that can be good. And probably when we wake up tomorrow, a bit of this new sense of independence, this new sense of self, and maybe energy and drive. Even though we're in this, again, dying down phase of the cycle, there is some sort of new beginning about where we can put energy in our life and what motivates us and what drives us. Probably won't feel that today, but like I said, it could be integrated in our sleep or things like that. All right, so that is the day in a nutshell, very general, and I think the strongest energy will be the placements, of course, with the emphasis on the moon in Virgo. Analyzing, improving, striving towards that, continuing to focus on one-to-one matters. And I think Mercury will be emphasized with the moon in Virgo, suggesting this greater awareness of the depth and what truly matters most in life. So have a great day, everyone. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all very soon for the next forecast. Take care.